All right, people, here is a percent yield problem for you to work. We're going to do two of them. Here is the formula. First thing we're going to do is balance this formula. What are the balance numbers? That's right, they are 2, 1, 2, 1. All right, only 6 grams of PbCl2 were produced when we used 100 grams of sodium chloride. What was the percent yield? Well, first, we need to do this problem and figure out what we thought we were going to make. 100 grams of sodium chloride, we have to convert that to moles and put it here. What are we going to divide 100 grams by? 100 grams divided by 58 grams, because that's the weight of NaCl. 100 divided by 58, 1.7. That's 1.7 moles. So 1.7 moles of sodium chloride were used. We should have produced how many moles of this? So we would say 1.7 over 2, I'm getting that from right here, is equal to, and this is x over 1, x over 1. What is the x going to be equal to? 0.86. So it really would be 0.85 for you if you had rounded off. So 0.85 moles. So we expected to make 0.85 or 0.86 moles, depending on how you rounded it. How many grams of lead 2 chloride would 0.85 moles be? Well, here's how you do it. 0.85 times Pb is 207 plus Cl2, 2 chlorines would be 70. So 0.85 times 277. I got about 238. If you use 0.85, 0.85 times 277. See, I rounded it off a little bit. 235. So we'll call it 235, somewhere from 235 to 238, okay? But look, now we need to say, oh, this is our theoretical yield. This is what we expected to make, right? But we didn't make that much. We only made 6 grams. So what was our percent yield? We expected to make this much, but we only made this much. That's going to be a pretty low percent yield. How are we going to do that? We're going to say 6 grams divided by what we expected to make, 235 grams. Wow, we only had like a 2 or 3% yield, 0.025 or like 2% or 2.5%. That's pretty low. Let's try another one. Only 11 grams of iodine gas were produced when 88 grams of fluorine gas were added to this equation. What was the percent yield? First thing, you have to balance this. What are the balance numbers? That's right, it's 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, only 11 grams were produced. Okay, when 88 grams of fluorine gas were added. Okay, we've got to figure out how many moles of fluorine that is, 88 grams. How are we going to convert 88 grams to moles? We're going to divide by the weight of fluorine gas. F2 would weigh 38 grams because that's 19 times 2. So, see, 88 divided by 38 equals 2.3. So 2.3 moles. 2.3 is to 1 as only 11 grams of iodine, okay, as X is to 1. 2.3 is to 1 as X is to 1. So I guess we know 2.3 moles of iodine gas is what we expected, all right? How much would 2.3 moles of iodine gas weigh? That's I2. Okay, that's going to be 127 times 2. 254. That's the molecular weight of iodine gas. So 2.3 times 254. 588. And that, I didn't round off on my calculator, so if your number's a little bit lower, don't worry about it. 588 grams is what we expected. That's our theoretical yield. That's what we theoretically thought we were going to make. Well, we only made how many grams? We only made 11 grams. So what was the percent yield? You only made 11 grams, and you expected to make 588 grams. That's not a very good outcome, is it? 11 divided by 588 equals 0.018, or that'd be like 1.8%, or if we were rounding off, about 2% yield. That is not a very good job, is it? That's not very good. If you only get 2% of what you're expecting, that ain't that great. Peace out, everybody.